Hello, beautiful souls. Today I wanted to continue talking with you about the Wizard of Oz and the characters and the symbols and how it's a spiritual allegory for your spiritual awakening. So, today specifically, I wanted to talk about the Scarecrow. And if you've seen the movie, you remember that he thought that he didn't have a brain, but he ended up being like the cleverest character in the whole movie. And he was always finding the solutions to the problems and helping everybody out and had, quite the clever intellect and had a lot of wisdom. And so at the end of the movie, when he gets to the wizard in Oz, the wizard gives him this diploma, which is essentially just worthless. It's a token, and the Scarecrow realizes, that he did have a tremendous amount of wisdom. So, that character in the movie is teaching us to trust our innate wisdom. Um, and so I wanted to ask you today to look at maybe where in your life you have maybe not trusted your innate wisdom, or you feel like you are waiting for someone's approval or some kind of certificate or something to act on something that you know in your heart you really want to do, but maybe you're afraid to because you're not trusting your innate wisdom. And one of the best ways I know to feel more connected to your innate wisdom, your higher self, is to really kind of block out the noise, the external frequencies that can get your mind to think in loops and overanalyze, right? And that's when we second guess ourselves, because a lot of times we'll know what we want to do, but then our minds jump in and we just overanalyze and overthink and don't go with what we know to be true for our highest and greatest good. We give our power away and think maybe someone else knows better, or we ask advice or we Google it. And if it's a big life decision, really, you're the only one that really can answer that for yourself. So I just challenge you today for the next couple of days, if you have some kind of question or problem or something that you're facing, instead of asking anyone for advice or Googling it, just kind of sit with it and connect with your higher self and sit in silence, take some deep breaths, and you can even imagine like a silver cord going from your crown chakra to your higher self and asking that question, what would be the next best step for me, or asking whatever question you have and just sitting in silence and not rushing it and not forcing your brain to answer, but just sitting in that silence and then either writing down or saying out loud the first thing that you get. And also, what I do is I'll visualize like a staircase going from my head to my heart, and I visualize my heart center. And then I feel like I'm really out of my head and I'm in my heart center. And of course, before all this, I forgot to say, take some deep breaths just to kind of calm your nervous system and get a little more relaxed so you're more receptive, because it's really hard to have any kind of clarity when you're just too amped up or you're too wired or nervous and you're just desperately seeking an answer. So, clarity usually comes when you're in a calmer state. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. I love that character and how, he really did have his wisdom always helping him. And he just, was giving his power away by just doubting his innate wisdom. So I encourage you to trust your innate wisdom, because you do have it. Everybody has it. You are a spark of the divine, and all the answers that you seek are within yourself, and you can access them by connecting with your higher self. So I hope this was helpful, and I appreciate you watching. I'm sending you lots of love, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.